Hey guys, Mark from 42Freeway.com. I wanted to do these coffee mugs for the holiday season. I thought if I sold half a dozen of them, it would be amazing. Never got around to it, and the irony is now it's spring. This weekend, start of spring, I'm doing an update. Drop me a message. Maybe if I get enough interest, I'll make this happen some way or the other. Three things to talk about. New section of the site, 42freeway.com, destinations, changing some of my blogging approach, not at 42freeway.com. If anything, it just means I'm going to be doing more at 42freeway.com. Been quiet the last 4, 5, 6 weeks with the post. I've been doing a bunch of changes to the site itself. Probably not noticeable to you, but I'll give you a 30-second rundown of that. Third is I want to talk about a brand new business in the area, maybe within the last 6 months. Name Your Sport, really fun, family, friend kind of place, right in Runnemede, New Jersey, by Glendora family, the Palcos. This guy was also known as the water park guy about 9-10 years ago. Got some national exposure on that. I'm going to tell you about that in a second, and you can see more details on the site. Whew. I'm trying to keep this under 5, 6, 7 minutes. 42 Freeway destinations. Well, first off, we have an amazing thing going on with 42freeway.com. Thank you so much. 20,000 Facebook likes on the page, 22,000 followers. Still don't know what the heck the distinction is between the two, but it's just a lot of people. So much traffic, so much reaction when I put a post up there. The 42freeway.com posts are news. You know that. Like, it's news-oriented. You read it, you learn it. There's a huge spike in the traffic. Awesome. But if I don't keep posting, the traffic kind of dies down a lot because, it's like a baseball game. Once you've learned the score from last Saturday's game, you don't want to go back to it again. You want to know what the score is for the next game. What's the next thing? So destinations is sort of taking that same mentality, right? We're all cut from the same cloth, I think, of like we're interested in the new thing, the new bar, the new restaurant, the new Hobby Lobby store. And I can see people commenting like, hey, this thing isn't coming for like 2 more months. And people are already commenting, oh my God, Amanda, this is coming. We got to go there. So that's the type of person we have with 42freeway.com, and that's what we're doing with destinations. We're extending it. So destinations is not just our area. It's going to be all of South Jersey, all of Philadelphia, and kind of like where my normal travels are taking me, myself, my wife, or our friends. We're going to do a bunch down the Jersey Shore. We spend a bunch of time down the Jersey Shore now. But it's not necessarily new things. It's just cool, interesting things, destinations that maybe you knew about, maybe you had no idea about. It could be something as, just the Ben Franklin Bridge. It's been there 100 years. We all know you can walk the bridge. Have you ever done it? Do you know where to park? Do you know where to go? Is it safe? How big is the walkway? What do you do when you get to Philly? Can you actually walk to restaurants once you get to the other side? So that's a potential post. There's a distillery in South Jersey that just released a rye whiskey and a bourbon. That's a very rare thing, because the distilleries are kind of new and it takes time to do that. So I'm going to do a destinations post on them. They're kind of new also. It could be the park. It could be those back roads you take down to the Jersey Shore and you see some sign for some interesting things and you've driven by it 100 times over the years. You just never pulled in. I'm that guy. I'm that guy that pulls in. So, and I talked about the spike in the traffic. What's cool about destinations is everything's feeding off each other. Google's going to like what we're doing, and it's going to, bring us up in the search results. I really want someone, when they ask about, crossing the Ben Franklin Bridge, when I write that story, it's presenting them the 42freeway.com website. And, maybe as we get more and more posts out there, you start seeing, wouldn't it be cool if something went viral, like, hey, here's 5 fun things to do in South Jersey this weekend. And it's sort of the recap of the 42 Freeway destinations post. So it's a separate Facebook page, 42freeway.com destinations. Am I done yet? 7 minutes I want to get under. Last thing is, let me just show you the site here. This is the 42 Freeway site. It's all new. It looks the same to you guys. Everything's new. The host, the template, the images were redone to be a better size for speed. But there is this link here. This is the desktop. You click through the destinations. It's a subfolder. 42freeway.com destinations. You can see the 2 posts here. And you can get back to classic there. You can change it back. I'm already talking too much. Name Your Sport. The DMV in Runnemede. This is next to the DMV. The same family also owns the Wrestling Underground, which is just an amazing thing for it's scholastic and collegiate wrestling, not the WWE style wrestling. So they have that smaller facility, still pretty large. This is 12,000. It's a great idea. They have 2 different worlds of fun sport activities that come together. Kind of like the your peanut butter and my chocolate type of thing. They have the golf simulators. They have the larger simulators where you can actually. This is a larger one. You can play hockey. There's hockey simulators, soccer, football. You can even do there's a zombie game and carnival game. You get a tennis ball. Then on the other side, you keep going. Oh, that was me. Look at that. They have the tunnel batting cages. So it's a fully configurable type setup. These are, they can make them any larger, bigger. They can close things out. They had a wrestling tournament in here in partnership with their business next door. So they have that. They have a party room, which I like what the party room is. You can rent this for your kids, for family, for a team building event for your business. And then they can even allocate to you the space right next to it. So, as your kids are running around, or you just have your own fully private dedicated space. Now, the third thing that I like about this, where they bring the worlds together, and just please check the article out at Destinations. I'm going to link it here. Is this thing called Hit Tracks, and this isn't the only area, but this is a batting tunnel, pitching tunnel, but it's also a virtual reality simulator. So what the ball's being pitched to you at 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, you're hitting it, everything about it's being tracked. So they have a virtual baseball field, and it shows you where the ball hits. So it's kind of like, as a kid, we used to go, I lived near the Dick Lee's bar in Belmar, big parking lot. We would go play home run derby there on the side, and they'd have the Melrose Motel. If you hit the hotel with your tennis ball, your half ball, that was a home run. This is kind of like that, right? But it's virtual, and what's cool about it is you can be there with your friends. It keeps track of the score. You can play a game against each other head-to-head. You can also play against other facilities. This Hit Tracks is around the country, maybe even around the world. So I don't know how that actually works, how you partner up with them, whether it's a league. But imagine you're sitting there in Runnemede playing against some other team in California. So I love the two different related aspects come together. The last cool thing, I think I hinted, I've done this video a lot, is 9-10 years ago, Mike wanted to redesign his backyard for his kids. Didn't want to just go with a traditional pool. He built a water park, like a toddler, young kid sized water park. It was done so well, so professionally, and so creatively. HGTV did a featured story on him. The guys that do all the home shows. It got picked up by 6ABC. My point is, man, if that guy is creative enough to do that in his backyard, and I'm only going to tease you. You got to go to the post to find the link. Imagine what the facility is like that he built right there in Runnemede, New Jersey, next to the DMV. 42 Freeway Destinations. Go like that page. Share it with your friends. Go check out Name Your Sports. Go like their Facebook page. Wonderful family over there at the Palcos. Thanks for your support, guys.